Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Dana Shay Williams with Welcome to Your Awesome Life.com. And you know what? Today I came across something that I'm going to be sharing about here on this video that was really alarming to me. And it was more than just alarming. It was, this is an epidemic that we really need to talk about. And today I'm going to be just giving you just the facts, some stats on people who live paycheck to paycheck and what that means and, the danger of living paycheck to paycheck. And then we're going to talk about why we do that and how we can actually go from living paycheck to actually planning our spending and living a life that's more awesome. So anyway, let's go ahead and jump right into this. I came across this amazing visual today on Visually, and if you haven't, ever used Visually, it's just visual.ly, and you can find all sorts of amazing, stats and great finds and things, just about anything pretty much that you're looking for. So today we're going to talk about what it takes to make it, in this American economy. And I understand that obviously not everyone watching this video lives in America. Some of you live, abroad and in the UK and wherever, but I'm going to be referencing the American economy. And I really believe that this is probably true in your countries as well. So look at this stat right here. I hope you guys can see this right here. 40% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. 37% said that they sometimes need to rely on the next payday to make ends meet. 23% said that they never do. So the vast majority here, guys, 77% of people are basically stating that they either live from paycheck to paycheck or they're borrowing from next paycheck in order to make ends meet. Now, I'm not talking to you as some sort of financial expert or guru. I'm talking to you as someone who used to live like this. I used to live paycheck to paycheck. I remember I was talking to one of my prospects today, emailed me, and she said, Dana, I really want to start with you in business, but I need to wait till next week when I get paid. And I said, you know what? I totally understand that. I remember one time my husband and I needed to borrow $35 from a friend of ours to pay our water bill. Now, if you are a grown person and you do not have $35 to your name, that is a problem, especially if you have children, and we had kids back then. $35, we didn't have it in our account. And you know what? That's a problem. That's not normal. That's not something that we should just go, oh, everybody lives like that. Listen, we gotta do better. This video is not to condemn anybody. It's not to make you feel bad. It's about helping you to understand how you can get out of living like that. All right, look at this. This blew my mind right here. That when people are living paycheck to paycheck, a lot of times we realize, okay, we got to cut back a little bit, right? Look at this. 57% of people do not cut back on their internet connection. The internet nowadays is so important. Some people will forego paying their light bill so that they can have an internet connection. Or I guess maybe not the light bill because you kind of need electricity to have the internet, but they might, go without gas, or they might go without some sort of important expense, but they will not cut out on their internet connection because the internet for most of us is life. I mean, I work online. If I don't have an internet connection, I can't work. So it's very important for me to have it, and it's very important for 57% of Americans as well. 44% will cut out on their driving, 29% cable TV. I don't really understand that one, but probably because I don't really watch a lot of TV. But look at this, 24% will not cut off their mobile phone. And if you look at the 57% for the internet and the 24% for the mobile phone, that's what, 61%? No, I'm sorry, 81%. 81% of people will not cut off their internet or their phone. And you know what? When I started thinking about my business and what we provide, we are about to launch this brand new platform called ENV2, where we are really bringing the marketplace to the mobile phone. Here's my phone right here. I've got a Galaxy S4. I live by this phone. Everything that I have, going on in my life is in this phone. I have my kids' doctor's appointments up here. I've got my, my business. I can literally run my entire business from my phone. My appointments, birthday reminders, my Facebook is linked. I mean, we use our phones for everything. It's so vitally important, which is probably why 24% of the people won't shut that off. Let's go down to one more stat that I was like, really? 27% of Americans do not save at all. They have $0 in their savings account. 17% of Americans are saving $50 or less. I believe this is per month. And then 12% of Americans are saving $100 or less. So if we add these up, and guys, I was not a math major, so we're just going to go with what's 29 plus 27. So what, 56%, is that right? So the vast majority of people save less than $100 a month. Look at this one. As far as the income, or that might have been on another, oh, that was on another slide share that I was looking at. But I was looking at the majority of Americans actually make less than $30,000 a year. And you know what? This is a first world, free, vibrant country. Why are we living like this? Why are we living like this? Why are we living paycheck to paycheck? How come we don't have enough money when we get paid to take care of basic necessities? And listen, again, this is not a video that's going to condemn anyone. I'm not, on a mountaintop preaching at you because I know what that's like. I know what it's like not to have anything. I know what it's like to, live paycheck to paycheck and have to borrow and rearrange this. And okay, we're not going to pay the property taxes because we got to pay, the utility bill. We're not going to pay the utility bill because we got to pay this, and hoping and praying that stuff didn't get cut off, and writing checks before, this is back before they had that law when like the check can go through right away. I remember writing checks and praying, oh my God, don't let them cash that for 3 and 4 days, bouncing checks. Look. I know what that's like. Okay. And that's why, when I decided to start a business, I said, you know what, this is so much more than me just saying, oh, I've made a ton of money online. This is so much more than that. When I can really give someone the key to their life back and say that you can get in the driver's seat of your own life. You don't have to rely on a job. You don't have to rely on somebody telling you how much money you're worth. You don't have to wait until the 1st and the 15th to get paid. You can literally create money every day in your business as long as you go to work. This is life-changing. It's been life-changing for me. And it's been life-changing for 155,000 other people who have joined business with me. And I want to tell you guys something. This is not a sales pitch video. It's really a video to get you to start thinking about how you're living. How much money do you have saved up in your account right now? If, for God forbid, maybe you were one of the government workers that, just recently here in America, our government shut down. And there were people who were on furlough who couldn't go to work, who didn't get paid. And maybe that happened to you, or maybe it didn't, but you know someone that happened to. God forbid, what if your job were to shut their doors tomorrow and you didn't have a severance package? What would you do? And see, the reason that I went into business for myself is because I realized I did not want to give anybody else the keys to my financial destiny. I did not want to give somebody that much power that they were to tell me, Dana, we don't like the color of your hair today, so we're going to fire you. In Virginia, we live in a no-fault state, meaning that you can get fired for any reason, and they don't have to give you an excuse. They can just let you go. I didn't want to give somebody that kind of power. And so I know that there's some of you all that are listening to this video, and you feel me on that. And maybe you're sitting there thinking, it's too hard to start a business. I've tried to start a business before. I didn't succeed. I've seen all these scams online. Listen, you got to put all that stuff aside, and you got to make a decision today as to what you're going to do. Because if you have less than $100 in your savings account, and God forbid you have children, you are living, on a tightrope. And God forbid you fall off and teeter-totter to the left or to the right. When we're talking about financial freedom, we're not talking about mansions and, Bentleys and stuff like that. We're talking about not having to rob Peter to pay Paul. We're talking about not having to forego paying your cable bill so that you could pay, your internet bill. That's not how we're supposed to live. And so, of course, this is all about learning how to live within your means, not overextending yourself and buying a whole bunch of stuff that you don't need. But based on this here stat, based on this, I can't think of the word I'm trying to say. Based on this, this picture right here, this isn't extraneous stuff. This is talking about like, internet and mobile phone and cable and gas. I mean, that's not like outlandish stuff. This is the stuff that we need to survive on. So I want to encourage you, if you have not already clicked that link underneath this video, I want to encourage you to do that, because this is so much more than, again, the outlandish stuff that sometimes we think about when starting a new business. This is about taking your life back and getting back in the driver's seat of your own life and being able to sustain yourself outside of a job. If you want to keep your job, keep your job. But I totally believe that you need to be in the driver's seat of your life, and you need to be able to have a plan B in case that job goes away. Or God forbid, maybe you don't have a job, and maybe you've been searching. And I know, I watched my mom search for months, application after application. At one point, I think she told me she had over 100 applications out there looking for work, couldn't find anything. So I want you to click on the link underneath this video, and I want you to watch that video, and I want you to think about where you're going to be in 6 months if you continue on the path that you're on? Where are you going to be in 6 months if something doesn't change for you, if something doesn't majorly change for you in the next few months? I want you to think about where you're going to be. And then I want you to go ahead and get started with me. Because the truth of the matter is, my friend, you and only you can change this. It's not up to the government. It's not up to the lottery system. It's not up to you finding some rich man or some rich woman to take care of you. It's all you, and you can do it. So I want to be able to help you to do that. First, you need to go ahead and click the link below this video, and I will see you on the inside. Take care, guys. Bye.